Well, to continue with where I've left. So Bhagwan was begging in a great city of Shravasti. That Shravasti was a great city during the time of Buddha with 900,000 population. That's what the record says. And now it's a small village, Sahet Mehet. It's called Sahet Mehet. So we won't be able to conceive whether such great city, Shravasti, existed during the time of Buddha if you look at the Sahet Mehet village currently. So actually now I remember that time in the beginning I've actually overlooked the meaning of Pragya Paramita. I just said Paramita gone beyond. Pragya Paramita means in Choke it's called Sharabki Bharilto Chimpa, gone beyond wisdom. That's what Pragya means, wisdom. So Paramita means Bharilto Chimpa, gone beyond. That's what it is. Then after having carried out all the food activities by Gautam Buddha, then the seat was arranged for him. Then he sat in a cross-legged position which is called Padmasana and sat with a awareness, with deep awareness, with the body straightened. Then gelung pui chomnen de galawa der donte lagne. Then thereafter all those monks, the great assembly of monks, proceeded towards where Buddha was. Chomnen de galawa der donte proceeded and lagne, then reached there. Then chomnen de kishabla goy chak selte. So it was a tradition to prostrate at the feet of all the monks, prostrated at the feet of Gautam the Buddha. It's not exactly touching individually the Gautam Buddha's feet, but just towards his feet. Then chomden de la len sun korwa jene chok chitu kedo. Then they have circumambulated Bhagwan 3 times and set towards one direction, chok chitu kedo. It was a tradition to circumambulate Buddha 3 times. Firstly, according to what I've read, it's a respect to 3 bodies. One is the physical body of Buddha because it's a shrine, because inside that physical body a great divine being is there. So they used to circumambulate once for that purpose. Then another body is the bliss body. Then another body is the reincarnated body of Buddha. Then also it also represents Buddha, Dharma and Sangha, taking refuge to all those 3 triple gems. So these 3 circumambulation, the meaning of these 3. Yang Deche, further, during that time, Yang Deche, Yang means further, Deche means during that time, further, Neten Rabjor. Neten means a very senior monk, like we call in Bhutan, Lam Neten. Lam Neten is actually supposed to be a very senior monk who has attained, who is a Bhumi Bodhisattva perhaps. So Neten Rabjor. Rabjor means, in Sanskrit, he is known as Subhuti. So Subhuti khor dini, Rabjor khor de nidu, deeper jurte dugo. So he was also gathered together and assembled there, and he was there to go. That's what it means, the Venerable Subhuti. Then Sedam Dempa Rabjor tenle lante. Then Subhuti rose from his seat, tenle lante. Lage thakpachi. Lage, the upper part of the rope. Thakpa means shoulder. Thakpachi too means most probably towards left shoulder, according to our Shamtha we have. Zarne. So see Ananda how he doesn't miss even a single moment. So towards one shoulder, Subhuti, I think, put and joined his upper part of rope, that which we call Zen, the bigger shawl. Zarne. Pimo Yepe means the right thigh. Langa means the patella bone, the thigh bone, not thigh bone actually, that on the knee bone you can say. In technical term, medical term, it's called, physiological term, it's called patella, P-A-T-E-L-L-A. So langa sala tsukte. Then like usually when we confront kings, maharajas in India, even now I think to some extent they used to do like that, putting their right knee on the ground and folding their hands. Chomnin the Galawa means where Buddha was. They there Galawa there where Buddha was, and Loksu Themujati separately, Loksu based separately folded his arm. Tine means boat. That's what Subhuti did. Chomden de la dikeche selto. Then in these words, Subhuti has prayed, or you can say asked Buddha, requested Buddha. Chomden de Dejinshik pa dracho pa yanda pa zopesange ki. Now Bhagwan Tathagata, Dejinshik pa means Tathagata, Yanda pa means Samyak. Zokpa means Sam. Sangye means Buddha. So Bhagwan Samyak Sam Buddha. That's what it says in Sanskrit. So now this great Buddha in a nutshell, we can say a great Buddha. Jamchu sempa chenpo nam la pen dakpe dampa jinyepe. Pen dakpa dam means whatsoever jinyepa, whatsoever it is revealed. So we have seen that great Bhagwan have benefited the great Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas with the great highest benefit. Pen dakpe dampa means the supreme benefits. What it actually means is with the gift of Dharma. There are three forms of gift. We can say Zangzing Dorgi Chimpa, it's a material gift we can give, but it is not much of value because it's like robbing from left hand and being generous with right hand, and that too is counted as a great thing, because even that thing, millions, billions, perhaps we human beings are not able to do that. Then that's called Mijik Chapki Jimpa, from the calamities. If you rescue somebody, that comes from your heart. It actually belongs to you. Of course, it can be in the form of material gifts, but still it comes from one's heart. That's why it's a bit higher. Then Dampe Chigi Jimpa, which is the Dharma, gift of Dharma, which is the highest, because for aeons and aeons it will lead you to sowing spiritual seed, which will, I think, set a motion towards enlightenment. So that's why with the highest gift to the Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas, Bhagwan has gifted them. Now again, the Bhagwan, unsurpassable, pure, then some Buddha means the complete enlightened one. There are stages of enlightenment. All cannot be called some Buddha, the perfected and perfectly enlightened. So except Gautam the Buddha for now. So Jamchu Sempa Chenpo Nam la Yonsute pe Dampa Ji Nye pe Yonsute pani Chomnende Ngomsar Laso. To Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas, the way Bhagwan Buddha has entrusted them with the highest pen, tepe dampa. That also, all these things, seeing all these things, one can say I'm amazed. Chomnende Ngomsar Laso, it's quite astonishing. So Deva Shekpa, Ngomsar Laso. Deva Shekpa means gone to bliss. Deva means bliss. Shekpa means gone. And that's why Buddha was also named as Sugata, well gone. Then Dejin Shikpa means Tathagata. Deva Shikpa means Sugata. So Sugata, it's quite astonishing. Deva Shikpa Ngomsar Laso. Chomden de Janshu Sempe Tekpa la Yanda pa Jupe Jikter Nepergi, Jikter Dupergi, Jikter Sem Rapur Zunwargi. Now Subhuti is asking Buddha, those bodhisattvas who have entered the bodhisattva vehicle. Bodhisattva vehicle, which means Tekpa, that means Janshu Sempe Tekpa means bodhisattva vehicle. Tekpa means vehicle. So Yanda Parjukpa, those who have purely entered. Jitar means how, Nepergi, how to abide by, how to manage. Then Jitar Dupergi, how to practice further. Because they are not some Buddha, perfectly enlightened. Jitar Sem Raptozumaki, how to control these thoughts. So according to what I've read from those commentaries, Jitar Nepargi means how to abide and manage in that vehicle. Because it is said that those bodhisattvas and mahasattvas who have entered the bodhisattva vehicle will be so much tempted to the other shore. So, to the other shore, they say they can leave this body right after 3 days after attaining that bodhisattva wood. That's what I've read. And this was displayed by Paramahamsa Ramakrishna, a great master of famous Swami Vivekananda in Bengal. So he had a wife called Sharda, and Swami Vivekananda, who was well educated and famous, was his chief disciple. In the midst of giving darshan or discourses, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to get up and become so greedy, for very foodie, and it used to bring a great deal of shame to Sharda, his wife, and Swami Vivekananda. And they have advised in private, Master, please do not do so. Many people worship you as Paramahamsa, but Paramahamsa displaying such a foodie nature is quite actually not holy or something like that. So, but Bhagwan Paramahamsa Ramakrishna said, I will exist only 3 days if I don't do this, because of this temptation to other shore. Or they say, not only temptation, there will be a levitation, the upward pull, or pull from other shore. To cling on to this earth, one has to become a little bit impure. For that matter, he wanted to become a little bit impure and become a worldly being by being foodie, but they never believed. And when Ramakrishna completed his mission, exactly the 3 days before his paranirvana, he rejected the food from Sharda, and Sharda remembered those words, and Sharda dropped the food, and exactly after 3 days, Paramahamsa Ramakrishna attained paranirvana. So likewise, now how to manage? Because there's a great temptation to go to other shores. That's why Subhuti is asking Jitar Nepargi, how to manage or how to abide in this bodhisattva vehicle. Jitar Dupargi, how to meditate or practice further, because they are not some Buddha. Still, they are a long way to go. Then Jitar Sem Raptuzumurgi. Now, not that they will have discursive thoughts like us, otherwise they won't be called Bodhi being or Bodhisattvas. But again, should I stay here? Should I go? Something like that. So that's what. Then for the first time in this sutra, Buddha teaches how to generate bodhicittva to Subhuti. Then that's how Buddha indirectly answers how one should be rooted here and never get carried away by that temptation. So now let's visit this sutra. Dikeche Selpadang, in that words, by saying those things, he has prayed to Buddha or cautioned Buddha. Chomlin Deki Chetang de Barabjur La Dikeche Kacelto. Now the Bhagwan answers to Venerable Subhuti in this manner. Saying these words, you can say, Rabjur, Lexo, excellent, Subhuti. That's what Buddha says. Dedin Jinte means Dejinte means yes, it is how it is. What you have thought is exactly right. Dejin Shek Pe Janchu Sempa Sempa Chempo Namla Pen Dape Dampa Pen Dakso. True, the Bhagavad Tathagata has, with the highest help, has helped bodhisattvas and mahasattvas. Dejin Shek Pe Janchu Sempa Sempa Chempo Namla Yonsute Pe Dampa Yonsute Do. Also, Tathagata has entrusted with the highest faith towards those Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Rabjur, Dechir, Nyenla Lekpar Raptu Ila Zunshi. Therefore, Dechir means therefore, Subhuti, Nyenla Lekpar means listen well. Raptu Ila Zunshi, and remember concisely, precisely. Now, we'll begin from next episode. The answer of Buddha. See you.